Cycling in its modern form has existed for centuries and has become far more than just a means of transportation. With millions of people taking part in the sport, it's exploded globally, and as such, all the industries surrounding cycling have naturally followed it. In South Africa, Lassen Sportswear is a company that has become renowned in cycling for their top-quality cycle clothing. The founder is a passionate cyclist himself, which bears evidence at how cycling has become more than sport and is really a lifestyle.
I started cycling in 1987, 1988. I was living with a friend of mine at that time who said to me, "Mike, it's time to get on a bicycle." I was doing full-time surfing at that time. I remember doing my first ride out to Umhlanga.
And from that point on, Mike Nash was hooked, and his cycling lifestyle became not only his passion, but also a thriving business. His drive and commitment would take him to new heights in the sport.
And then the next thing I was running, swimming, surfing, running, swimming, surfing. Next thing I found myself doing triathlon. Eventually was able to make the South African team in 1992.
While involved in a local cycling club in Durban and a keen businessman, he saw a gap in the market. Using his wealth of experience in design, a thriving business was established.
Started Lassen Sportswear in 2006. I was very involved in a club in Durban called Cycle Lab, which amalgamated with the Sharks. I saw a gap in the industry to manufacture cycling kit. So in 2006, I bought myself my first sublimation printer and heat press. I had virtually 4 people working for me, and it's progressed ever since then.
The Lassen began with just a small team and their first sublimation heat printer and press. The business has grown from strength to strength, a highly skilled team that produces exceptional, high-quality cycling products. Their incredible attention to detail and customer service has been key to Lassen's success. The team has a personal approach to all aspects of the manufacturing process, from meeting with the client to understand their exact requirements, to working on the design and choosing colours. The whole process has a level of personal service which is second to none. The team at Lassen like to remind themselves to view each garment as if they are the customer themselves. This level of commitment definitely shows in each and every piece of cycle clothing which Lassen produces. The process of manufacturing is very involved due to each customer's personal tastes, and every product starts with the design. This will determine the choices for fabrics, zips and styles, which are all discussed in detail. Lassen uses only the best fabrics from around the world to offer a competitive and globally recognized product for its customers. Once the fabric has been sourced, all the design and manufacturing is done in-house at their factory in Durban, South Africa. The designs are transferred to the fabric through a process known as sublimation. This creates an unlimited possibility for designs and colours. A customer's dream design can become a reality with Lassen. Lassen's major focus has always been on cycling. However, over the years, they've branched out to other industries to include sports such as running, fishing, motocross, and other sublimated sportswear. The driving motivation behind the business is the talented team, who find the major reward is seeing their products start at their infancy and witness them develop to completion, where they're worn by cyclists from all over the world.
My motivation behind Lassen Sportswear is actually seeing my finished product out there in the industry and at events. And I firmly believe what you put in is what you get out.
Besides all this, Mike is very involved in the uBhejane Xtreme Mountain Bike Challenge, which takes place every December. And it's one of the toughest mountain bike events around, and it has a great purpose. Raising funds for rhinos. It's something that is very close to Mike's heart and myself, of course, and he is proud to help in the fight against rhino poaching. Lassen is a sponsor for the event, having created the unique cycle shirts for each event. Since 2017, Lassen has raised, wait for it, 150,000 rand to date, with the proceeds going to helping rhinos and Project Rhino. These proceeds have also benefited the Zululand Rhino Orphanage, where the funds will be used to increase the anti-poaching dog patrol unit at the orphanage site. Mike's dedication to the sport extends beyond the manufacturing of cycle clothing. He's an avid collector of cycling memorabilia. This unique collection and showcase of Cycle Pro Team jerseys each have their own story and capture the history of the sport.
It all started in 2009 when I went to the Tour of Ireland with my very good friend Phil Liggett, which we are still very good mates as today, and managed to get jerseys signed at that tour.
Mike now has close in the region of 800 cycling jerseys after rubbing shoulders with some of the greatest cycling heroes of the sport. This collection is almost a museum collection in and of itself, and a rather impressive feat. And I have to confess, Mike has often had me as the messenger boy travelling to all of my commentary events around the world, armed with his jerseys of the rightful owners and making sure they sign them for him. It really is a great collection.
I also had the privilege to meet Sean Kelly when I was at the Tour of Ireland in 2009. We were invited to his house to go have coffee, and that's where it actually all started. I saw his showcase in his house, and Sean collected every jersey that he had. Being at the Tour de France, I managed to have a one-on-one with Greg LeMond, and I've collected all the original jerseys, Tomasini and Santini, and just getting the original old retro jerseys has taken a long time.
With this sort of dedication, passion and attention to detail, Lassen is set to reach new heights and is one of the leaders in cycling and sportswear.